So I want to talk about a very simple problem I think that institutions need to start to consider and start to try to think around, and it kind of begins with the fact that no longer is our websites, university websites, as simple as process as a .ac.uk homepage, various departments, maybe various research groups within that department, then individual pages. We're really starting to see a change now where there's a lot of Web 2 identifiers coming in, whether that's YouTube channels or university Twitter accounts or Facebook profiles, so forth and so on, blog accounts, all the rest. And of course, each one of these departments can have a Twitter account, or each one of the individuals could have a YouTube, and so forth and so on. But what we need to start doing is providing a generic way to start structuring this stuff so that we can actually learn more about the institutions, and so that the institution can do a better job of knowing what's involved in here. Especially, you can imagine at the Pro Vice Chancellor level, that always difficult solution of how to arrange departments and all the rest of it. And then, of course, the informal research groups that are ongoing anyways, and are the intangible relationships that really drive the organization, and who's actually interacting with who. And the point I'm trying to get at is it really is all chaos from the institutional homepage down into the individual researcher or scholar. There's all of this chaos in between, and departments don't really define it that well, and research groups and cross institution groups even, and so forth and so on. But what I think we can start to do is at least start looking at how can we start using HTTP, the proper web, to provide that kind of loose, chaotic structure that HTTP does so well. And I think the simple way to begin is to start thinking about, okay, institutional identifiers. Not only what is the homepage, but what's the YouTube channel for the top level institution, the official YouTube channel, or the official Facebook account, or the official Twitter account, or the official blog, and so forth and so on. So we can begin at that level and start to look at there, and then at the same time, from the bottom up, we can start to look at the institutional researcher and their basic relationship, so their YouTube channel or their blog that they're publishing information upon, or the ways they're speaking with their other researchers using Mendeley or whatever other Zotero, or even just basic scholarly citation networks via publishing. So I think these two things, somewhere in between, they're going to kind of meet up. We just got to figure out the identifiers that actually enable these two things to start thinking about what's in the middle. And then, of course, what I think we'll get is we'll get a really nice viewpoint, not only from the researcher up, and knowing about who they can better work with and what other informal groups they can produce research with, but on the same time the organization can start to look down and better understand what these departments mean, and they'll be able to actually structure the vast organization better and have more efficiencies in terms of, okay, well, if I'm getting an informal network, maybe we need a department because there can be more money made in that department by bringing this group and this group together to do work. So there you go, some very top-level thoughts on the problems we need to start solving in that identifier space of the university.